Have you read the BBI report? Do you know its content? In our special segment tonight, we tear apart the contents of the report and leave you to decide. Our reporter David Kagina kicks us off with a journey of the report since inception. Take a look.
On 9th of March 2018, the country was taken by surprise when two long-term political foes, President Uhuru Kenyatta and ODM party leader Raila Odinga, announced a peace deal cemented with the seal of a handshake. A 14-member task force was named on the same day and was later on gazetted on 31st of May 2018 with the mandate to move the country forward economically, politically as well as socially. The task force was comprised of Garissa Senator Mohamed Yusuf Haji, Bishop Lawi Imatthew, Maison Leshomo, James Matundura and Rose Museu. Others in the task force are Agnes Kavindo Mutama, Said Manguni, Bishop Peter Njenga, Archbishop Emeritus Zakiya Zokoth, Adams Olo, Busia Senator Amos Wako, Florence Omose, Morompi Oleronke and John Sei, with the joint secretaries being Martin Kimani and Paul Mwangi. From this point, Raila Odinga started supporting the government on many fronts, from the war on corruption to the implementation of the Big Four agenda. And President Uhuru Kenyatta was set to receive a report from the task force mandated to operationalize the reconciliation. The 9-point agenda that the task force was mandated to address was corruption, lack of national ethos, devolution, divisive election, safety and security, responsibilities and rights, inclusivity, shared prosperity, ethnic antagonism, and competition. Earlier this year, the task force collected views from the public and special groups on what will help achieve Build the Bridges, views that were compiled and finally handed over to the president. Recommendations of the report can either be implemented through a policy, parliamentary legislation, or a referendum. Through the parliamentary legislation, the draft bill will only sail through after each House of Parliament has passed it in both the second and third stages of reading, but not less than 2/3 of all members of that House. If the House shoots down the bill, a referendum has to be held. Parliament publicizes the bill for public discussion and later on submits the bill to the President by the House Speakers for assent and gazettement within 30 days. In the second option of a referendum, at least 1 million signatures will have to be collected from registered voters. IEBC will then verify the million signatures before submitting the draft bill to county assemblies for consideration within 3 months. Once the draft bill has been approved by a majority, which is 24 of the county assemblies, it shall then be introduced to Parliament. After the BBI report was released to the public, it's now the responsibility of individual citizens to sit down with the report and decide whether to support it or drop it. But what exactly is contained in the report? Dissecting the BBI here on Switch TV, I'm David Kagina.